This is Let'sRun.com's Robert Johnson, welcoming you to Kampala, Uganda. Kampala is the city of 7 hills, but here at the Kololo Independence Grounds, you would never realize it. This is the former airstrip. It's perfectly flat. But Let's Run Jonathan Galt is about to give you a tour along with Weldon Johnson of the cross-country course here for Worlds. And there is one natural hill on the course and then one man-made hill. But don't worry, folks. World Cross Country has lived up to its reputation. I've always said every World Cross I've gone, there's no way that the NCAA coaches would allow the race to be run on that course. It's way too dangerous. And today, you're going to see why this, yet again, is not NCAA certified.
Jonathan. Okay, so here's the start. As you can see behind me, the structure is still being completed, but that'll be finished up by Sunday morning. The finish line's right over there, and what this is just a 2K loop that's going to be repeated 5 times, the men's senior race and women's senior race. You can just sort of go to the side of the finish. And what we're going to do is we're going to speed up some of this video of the more boring parts, but then when it gets to sort of the interesting features, we're going to pause and just walk you through what they look like. So anyway, let's get to it and get running. Let's chase the Japanese guy. Okay, this is the first tricky section. It's a pretty short but pretty steep
Very
downhill.
steep downhill, ladies and gentlemen.
We took this yesterday. Basically, you're going to keep going like this, but you don't have a lot of leeway before you're on the edge of the course right here.
90-degree turn.
You need to make sure that you're taking the right angle on that one, because otherwise it's going to be a little messy.
Then you got about 30 or 40, 50 meters, and then
it goes into the uphill.
Straight uphill here.
Yeah.
It's very steep.
And that's the first part. Oh, holy crap, what is this? Oh my God. Okay, this is like the ditch. This is what would make the NCAA coaches throw up their hands in anger and scream. We've got, basically, I walk down into it, it comes up to my waist here. It's, you know, Robert, if you want to get in there and show them for comparison. So there's Robert, that's how deep this thing is. Yesterday it was in even worse shape. This green, you know, the grass hadn't been laid down, so it was more treacherous, just a very steep downhill. But you know, what's tricky about this is there's some standing water over here. Like the footing right here just is not very solid at all. So that's going to be tricky for athletes to run through. And this is a very steep incline right here. So to do this 5 times on the course, I don't know if they're going to lay down anything over there, but it's supposed to rain on Sunday. So if that happens, you know, this middle ditch section is going to get very wet. Footing is going to be very slippery. So I don't know, I wouldn't recommend running through it all that fast, but if someone were to do it, I think it might look something like that. Oh, yeah, Weldon made it through. Okay, and we will continue the tour. Okay, we got logs here. There are also logs by the start finish line. So I don't know if we'll include that in this clip. And then if you go over here, this is the main grandstand and the finishing area. So I think these are parade grounds, and hopefully this place is going to be pretty full on a Sunday afternoon. Okay, here's the one big hill on the course. It's probably about 8 feet tall. It's all grass. It's pretty steep. There's Weldon for perspective next to it. And if you look, it's actually right next to the ditch over there. So my guess is they used the dirt from that ditch to build this hill over here. Okay, This is just really, I don't even know if you would call it a hill. It's just a quick little incline. Then you come right next to the street, you do a 180-degree turn, and then you're back down on a very small decline.